Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Scott here, and today we're going to talk about what the Lakers must do to get Anthony Davis in 2020. There's been a lot of talk of the Lakers potentially looking to trade for Anthony Davis this summer, and while the Lakers have plenty of assets to trade for him, it's a better business decision to wait till he becomes a free agent in 2020. However, there are a couple cap hurdles the Lakers will have to get past so that they can keep all their main assets while still sign him to the full max. This summer, the Lakers will have $43 million in cap space, which gives them plenty of room to sign a max free agent, as well as another $5 to $10 million or so to use on another role player. Next summer, however, the Lakers won't have as much of a luxury, and it starts with Brandon Ingram's cap hold. Based on the league's CBA, the cap hold of first-round picks coming off a rookie contract are supposed to be 300% of their previous year's salary, if that salary was below the league average. If it's above the league average, then the cap hold only has to be 250%, which is slightly over the league average this season at 6.5, which means if the league average were to stay the same next season, he would have the 250% calculated cap hold rather than the 300%. However, with many free agents this summer expecting max contracts, it's likely that Ingram's salary would be below the league average. The reason this is important to getting Anthony Davis is because if the Lakers want to keep all their young core such as Lonzo, Kuzma, and re-sign Ingram, then they may have to let go of Mo Wagner, Josh Hart, and the player they select in this year's draft. Here are the numbers that explain all of this. Brandon Ingram's cap hold, if it is the 300%, which it most likely will be, is $21.8 million. The projected salary cap for 2020 is $118 million. If the Lakers, for example, extend the team options on Lonzo and Kuzma, as well as Wagner, Hart, and select a player in the first round of the draft, they will only have $27.9 million in cap space for 2020, which is $7.5 million short of the $35.4 million to get Davis. If they trade the pick but keep Wagner, they'll have about $31.8 million, which is close but not quite there yet. If they trade or don't extend the team option on Wagner, then they'll have $33.9 million, which may be enough to get Davis, but to get to absolute full max room, then they'll need to let go of Josh Hart, which would get them to $37.4 million. Davis has stated he favors legacy over money, but any other team would be willing to pay him the full max, and the Lakers should be able to do that as well. Now, this doesn't mean the Lakers need to panic and trade their first round pick, Wagner, and Hart this offseason. In fact, I'd advise them to still make a selection in the draft, assuming they want to fit him in with their current roster, while also extending the team options on Wagner and the rest of their young core, because obviously they could end up not getting Davis. Extending those team options also makes them a more attractive trade piece at the deadline, because the team that gets them has control over them in restricted free agency when their contract is over. Waiting till the trade deadline then gives the Lakers about 50 games or so to figure out who they want to keep if Davis is looking to sign in 2020. However, if the Lakers want to get the best deal possible for their first round pick, then they should trade it before the draft starts. Picks are always a lot more valuable before they're made, because it widens the field of teams that actually want the pick. The Lakers, if the standings stay the same, would have the 10th pick, which should hold a lot of value in this year's draft. The bottom line is, this is something the Lakers will have to watch and potentially act on as the season progresses. They don't necessarily need to do everything right away, and can still fill out their roster as they normally would with players on one-year deals. However, they'll need to make a trade at some point either this offseason or at the midseason trade deadline, so they avoid making the same mistake as they did with Julius Randle, and not re-sign Ingram because they don't have enough cap space for Davis. It's a very simple process for them from here on out if they have this possibility in mind, but if they don't, they could very well lose Brandon Ingram. That's all I have for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more in-depth Lakers content like this, then make sure you subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, then make sure you drop a like, and thanks for watching.